the another form of, there was some problem in the uh, video, so I'm continuing the previous video. The vegetative reproduction, there is another form of vegetative reproduction, the bulbils. Bulbils, these are the modified form of flowers that develop into new plants directly without formation of seed. Once the flowers are modified and without forming the seed, they are able to produce the plant. These are the bulbils. As in case of garlic you have seen already as a modified stem, underground stem. Now here you can see as bulbils also in same garlic. It is how it is naturally occurring. In case of garlic, the lower flowers, which are the lower flowers, they are not developing into seed. Lower flowers in the inflorescence of garlic naturally develops into bulbils, and these bulbils can be used for propagating the same type. From seed you will not be getting the same genotype of the parent, but from bulbils you will be getting this. So now come to artificial vegetative reproduction, wherein in those crops where in natural condition in the environment this vegetative reproduction is not occurring, but you are doing artificially in those. There are many fruit plants, many ornamental plants are there where we are using artificial vegetative reproduction. So what are those? For example, if you see stem cutting, there are many plants where you go for stem cutting and throw stems, you are getting new plant. If one plant is there, mother plant or parent plant, whatever you can say, if you are having one mother plant or parent plant, you are cutting that into pieces which are having different buds. They are having the buds, and these buds are giving you the plants. Say for example, in case of sugarcane. In sugarcane, this is the plant. You have cut it into pieces, and these cuttings are having the buds, and these buds, if you are planting in the soil, they are giving rise to new plant. So this is stem cutting. Similarly, in case of grapes also, you can do it. In roses also, it is done in the stem cutting, and in many crop species, many plant species, this is artificial vegetative propagation is possible. Another way, layering. There are many plants, many fruit plants where layering, you are just putting the stem in the ground. Stem is like this, you are layering it, and this part is giving you the root and shoot, then you remove it from this original plant, and this new young one you are getting. This is layering. Layering, budding, from bud itself you are regenerating the new plants from that plant. Grafting, you are grafting the plants, you are taking a part of the stem and of a desirable variety, and you are putting it into another variety. By grafting, you are getting the shine, that is the graft, and you are getting the variety which you have grafted in the root stock. And guti is also there. If plant is there, you are having different branches. There are many fruit plants like citrus. You are putting the guti. You will be taught in your horticulture portion. So here you are making the guti, and from here what is happening? Here root system is generated, and this you are removing it, and you are going to get new young one, new plant from of this variety are common use for the propagation of fruit trees and ornamentals and others. So these are the artificial means where you are not getting in natural condition. You are doing it as you are knowing that this can be done in that particular species, crop species you are using for propagating true to the type of the variety. So now if you talk about the significance of vegetative reproduction, significance is that propagation of original true to the type. If a variety is, say for example, by any means grafting or cutting or any if it is a variety of sugarcane, if you wish to propagate it the same, so you can use its cutting and you can get the original true to the type. The genotype will be completely true. If you are willing to have a mango, Langda, Banarsi Langda. So if you have a tree, Banarsi Langda tree, and if you are thinking that I will be growing the Banarsi Langda from the seed, you will not get it. So to get the true to the type, you have to go for grafting. You will be taught in your horticulture section. So I'm giving you the importance of these vegetative things. So you cannot get the true to the type of the seed which you have got from the Langda mango because of the cross pollination. The seed developed because of the cross pollination. So that is different. You can get the plant, but you cannot get the Langda. So for getting the Langda, you have to go for grafting. You take the graft, you take the sign from the Langda, that plant, and if you are willing to have this plant to propagate, so you have to graft in root stocks, different root stocks. Wherever you are putting this graft, that all plants will be Langda plant of that tree. So this is the significance that true to the type you are getting. And in case you see, if you have got a single plant, as you know that lot of mutation, lot of hybridization in natural condition going on to create the variability in the population. And once you have got lot of hundreds and hundred plants are grown, and you are finding a single plant is here, like your Langda mango. There was a news that here in Varanasi, in Kachari area, there was a saint who brought a plant, many plants, but he found that one plant is very, very superior and very tasty. A single plant, which is people are saying that that plant is still alive. 100 years ago it was. So the saint has given the name Langda because he was having some problem in his legs. So that was popular. That plant has become popular because of that. So how to propagate, how to spread this Langda throughout the world? How can you propagate it? Because from Langda, whatever seed you are getting, they are not Langda. Whatever seed you are getting from Langda, they are not Langda. Because they are developed through cross pollination or even self pollination. Then also lot of variability is there. Because this is, you will be taught later on, these are the heterozygous in nature. Once selfing is also occurring, then also there will be variability. You will not get true to the type in mango and in many crops, many fruit plants. So how to preserve this? How to propagate and preserve it? If that plant died, Langla finished? No. So what was done? Then grafting started. The grafting was possible, and through graft, thousands and thousands Langla were developed true to the type because of that. Because of the vegetative means of propagation. I can explain a little more here about the genetic constitution because of the asexual means. Otherwise, you cannot. So, likewise, Dasahari in Lucknow, there is a village known Dasahari. So, lot of plants were there, and one plant was having beautiful fruits. So that was Dasahari. And how this Dasahari can be propagated? Through seeds you cannot. So because of this artificial vegetative reproduction, this has become possible that everywhere you are getting Langla plant, original Langla plant. Of course, because of the genotype environment interaction, you cannot get that quality of the fruits as you are getting in Lucknow. You cannot get that quality of Langla other than Varanasi, which you are getting here. But genetic constitution is true to the type. So here I would like to say that why asexual means propagation through asexual means giving the true to the type of the progeny, and why this plants developed through sexual means are not giving the true to the type. What is happening there? You can see, if I am putting the example of any crop, maybe this is your mango, maybe other fruit, maybe even sugar cane. If you are getting the sugar cane, you are propagating the sugar cane from the seed, you will not get the same variety from that plant. But if you are propagating, why it is happening? Because you see that if a plant, say for example, if it is a mango plant, what is its genotype? Say for example, its genotype may be capital A, small b, capital C, small d, like thousands and thousands genes are there. More than 30,000-40,000 genes are there. So if it is the constitution, and if you are able to propagate from the vegetative means, from the part of the body of the plant, this genotype will be intact in all the progenies like this. But once you are getting the plant from the seed, from the sexual means, so in sexual means you are knowing that if it is selfing or if it is hybridizing, maybe capital B, capital B, small b, capital C, capital D, small d, like that if it is. Generally these crops are heterozygous in nature. You see, heterozygous locus is here, heterozygous locus is here, heterozygous locus is here, homozygous locus is here. But in general, these are called heterozygous in nature because the alleles, dissimilar alleles are available in the locus. So that is why they are called heterozygous. So once you are developing the seed through sexual means, you will be getting the gametes. Gametes will be having, you are going to have capital A gamete, small a gamete, capital B gamete, small b gamete, like that. In male type, in pollen grain, as well as in ovule, capital A, if it is selfing, capital A, capital B, small b, like that, and this A is free to meet any. These are this. So this may give capital A or capital A small a. This is free to meet any. So you are going to get lot of different combinations. You are not going to get the same combination, genetic constitution. So genetic constitution in case of sexual reproduction is genetic constitution is changed. Once genetic constitution is changed, the quality of the variety is changed. So you will not get the dasari, you will not get the langda from this. So this is very important that you are using the artificial vegetative reproduction or any type of vegetative reproduction to preserve the variety, to propagate the true to the type. So these are the significance of vegetative means. Another one is heterosis is fixed through it. Heterosis is also fixed through it. Once you are, if it is sugarcane seed production is there in some places, Shahjahanpur, even Coimbatore. So two varieties are developed and you have crossed, you have got the seed, you have grown it. A lot of different types you are getting, and if you have got a single plant which is heterotic means superior to both the parents. They have one. Hybrid is superior to both the parents. Once you have got, it is fixed. Why it is fixed? Because now you are going to propagate it through, you have got a new variety and you have fixed the heterosis. Superiority will be there in all the generations through asexual means propagation. Once you are propagating that hybrid through seed, then all the genetic constitution will be changed. So you are not going to fix the heterosis. So it is possible that through asexual means you can fix the heterosis in the progeny, even in the progeny, which cannot be done through sexual means. So this is the importance. Likewise, as you have seen bulbils and artificial vegetative means, similarly you are having another natural system of vegetative reproduction, and that is you can say apomixis. It is a big topic, you can say, and you can go through the books, there is no problem, but you try to understand here. Just here seeds are developed, and that seeds are developed without fusion of male and female gametes. Hence the seed is having the genetic constitution, genetic composition, genetic architecture of the same mother plant from where it has been produced, where it is produced. The same genetic constitution. I mean to say apomixis, whatever parthenogenesis, whatever you understand in this apomixis, there are different types, you go through that, but its meaning is that the seed is formed in this, and that seed is formed without fusion of male and female gamete, and so hence the seed is having the genetic constitution of the mother plant. Whatever mother plant is having the genetic constitution, composition, genetic architecture, same genetic architecture is having that seed, because it is produced asexually. So that seed, larger number of seed if you are getting, you can grow it true to the type of that variety through this apomixis. So through apomixis also, if you have crossed two varieties, you have found the hybrid which is superior, giving the heterosis, and superior, you can develop, you can fix the heterosis, because generation after generation, whatever seed you are getting, that will be having, say for example, if you are crossing two varieties, capital A, small a, this is male, this is female. If you have crossed, the F1 hybrid is having capital A, small a. But in natural condition, if you have crossed two different parents, and if this F1 is having apomixis, means up now whatever seed will be produced, they all will be having this. All seed will be having this. All seed will be having this. So the genetic architecture of these will be like this. So you have fixed the heterosis. This is the importance of apomixis in plants. So this is all about the vegetative reproduction. I will be coming in next video with next topic. Thanking you very much.